What's up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Ernie, Blerd without fear. Welcome back to the channel. So, it happened. I think this was back in June. I set a goal for this channel, Blerd without fear. I set this goal, and I kind of just picked a number out of the ether. The last time I did one of these, really big channel updates where I was like, yeah, man, we're gonna make it to this number now by the end of the year, and I just wasn't expecting. I think back then we were at maybe 5, 6, some odd thousand, maybe 7,000. I don't quite exactly remember, but I remember saying, yes, we are going to make it to 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, 2018, in the year of our Lord of the Rings, and we did it. As a matter of fact, it's September, getting ready to roll into October, and we've already hit 10,000. I'm talking about Earth's mightiest subscribers are 10,000 strong. One of the greatest fighting forces in all of YouTube. So, unless you're like Comics Explained or Comic Historian. Or PewDiePie. He's still making videos, I guess. And even though I really can't stand this guy, but diversity in comics, apparently, he's a big deal too. But yeah, anyway, fuck that guy. So, that being said, this is amazing. This is amazing to me. It is changing the way I think about this channel, how I perceive this channel. And I think, a lot of you, especially those of you who have been with me since day one, since the dark days, the all or nothing days, the days where it was maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 subscribers, you know where I come from. You know who I am. You know that I have a really poor and also low opinion of myself. I don't think that I'm as good as some people often try to convince me that I am. I mean, you even ask some of my friends, my family, they always go, oh man, dude, you do great stuff, you do great work. And I'm always just over here just kind of I guess. That's just who I am. But I'm trying, and some of you even talked about this, when I did the Black Panther video, Doom War. Y'all were talking about dude, you need to start owning this, man. You need to start, owning the fact that you're doing good work. And I'm like, you know what, I don't think I'll ever be 100% there. And I mean, one day I want to own it. I want to be that guy that just walks in, goes to VidCon or VidSummit or whatever other YouTube related, whatever's are, and people go, dude, it's the Blerd without fear, and I'm just kind of like, yes, man. But it's just not who I am. I'm naturally a very humble person, and it's baked into my DNA. But that being said, I do want to talk about the fact that there are going to be some changes around here. And I know when people say that, they're like, oh God, oh no, he's gonna drop the channel. No, I'm not dropping the channel. The channel stays intact. Nothing really changes as far as the channel goes, but there are going to be some things going to change as far as the way I run it. I won't lie. I feel like I have actually cheated you, a lot of you, because some of you, I think, may have taken notice that I haven't been in the comments as much lately, and I'm going to tell you why. And I don't like giving people power over me, and really no one has power over me except for me. But, man, I won't lie. Getting in the comments with y'all, especially the conversations I've had with some of you that have, most of which have been, good conversations. Typically, I mean, and I can throw names. I can throw names out there, but I don't want to make anybody feel like I'm showing favoritism. But you know who you are, the ones who I talk to. Y'all know who you are. And y'all know we always have a laugh in the comments. We're always tripping in the comments, having a good time, talking to each other, getting to know each other. And I do feel like I know a great deal of you. Especially some of you have been with me since the beginning or near the beginning. And man, it's great. But then ever so often, man, something happens and I'll get in the comments, man, it's just nothing but, misogyny and sexism and racism and people telling me I suck and that, I should die and that, you know, I'm the worst, and that they wish that I was never born. And I won't lie, on the whole, those comments do not bother me. But when you read a lot of them over the course, like it's one of those things, it's like the death of 1,000 cuts. You know, no particular one cut kills you. But it's just the fact you caught a lot of them. And it made it really difficult for me to go into the comments and do the thing that I enjoy doing, which is talking to you, Earth's Mightiest subscribers. And I'm going to try and be better about that. But here's what's going to happen going forward. So going forward, when and this is also because I don't really have a whole heap of a lot of time now. I'm going to I try to get in the comments at least 1 to 2, maybe 3 times a week. Lately, it's been more like once every week, which I think is actually kind of normal for some YouTubers, but I'm weird. But I'm going to try and get in there maybe, yeah, I'm going to try and get back in there as much as I used to. You know, 1, 2, maybe 3 times a week. Some of you guys get lucky and catch me when I just happen to be on. But one of the things I'm going to do is, when people say really negative stuff, because I notice a lot of times people are just trying to get my attention. Well, guess what? You are not going to get my attention. I mean, I'll respond to your comment because, you know, hey, it just makes my engagement look better as far as the YouTube algorithm goes. But I'm not going to say anything you want to hear. I'm just going to thank you for commenting and going about my business. Regardless of what you say to me. Because, you know, hey, this is how it is. It's how it's got to be. And it's like, I literally, like, these past couple of weeks, seeing some of these ugly comments that I've seen, like, where people are coming at me, it makes me realize why people like Beezus and Marrow don't read their comments, or people like, heck, I don't really even see comics. I don't see Rob or Benny from Comics Explained only, you know, reply to people that, you know, usually are being, you know, human. But yeah, it just, that's just one of those things. That's a change. That's probably the one bad change. But the thing is that I'm going to try and be better about it, but I mean, I'm just going to let you know right now. If you come at me with smoke, I just don't care enough. I really don't. I just got other stuff I could be doing. I could be like playing video games, watching anime, watching, you know, Kamen Rider Zeo or some other Kamen Rider season I haven't watched yet. I could be watching, I could be reading comics for this channel, mind you, or even just comics because I just enjoy them, you know? Like, oddly enough, the comics I don't cover. Like, I don't talk about Image Comics on this channel, even though that is technically one of my, probably my overall favorite imprint, you know? So, yeah. Like, I know because a lot of times it comes up, y'all are always like, oh, dude, DC's better than Marvel. Marvel's better. No one actually really ever says Marvel's better than DC. But I'm usually the one to point out that Image is better than both of them, so what difference does it make? You know? What's the point? Who cares which one is second or third place? Because, you know, second place is just first loser. But, yeah, whatever. But I don't cover those books because I enjoy those books. And, I mean, I enjoy the Marvel and DC ones too, but I don't know. Just never seemed like a thing. Maybe I will. Actually, speaking of, that actually gets us to the next order of business. Here's the other thing that's going to be changing for this channel, and that is I'm actually going to do something that is both beneficial to me as a human being and my future as a YouTuber, but also gives me great shame. So, some of you, not a lot of you, but a very few amount of you, are familiar with the fact that I have a Patreon, which I will, you know, display here. And I don't talk about it because it's one of those things I'm just like, ugh, makes me feel greasy. But you know what? I've talked to other YouTubers. I've talked with, you know, friends, family, my peers in podcasting and in other forms of media, and everyone says about roughly the same thing. Yeah, you should do it. And you know what? I'm gonna do it because and technically it's already been done. It's just that if you were donating to my Patreon, you weren't getting anything out of it because I didn't really, honestly, just didn't come up with exclusive content. But that is about to change, and what is actually about to happen, and just to make sure, I busted out the handy Stranger Things notebook, the composition notebook. And what's going to happen here is, so patreon.com/Blerd without fear. basically what's going to happen is I'm going to put exclusive content up on that channel. Now, you're not going to get any less content from me on this channel. You're still going to get, I usually post 2 to 3 videos a week, so that's not really going to change. But what is going to change is there are going to be certain videos that I put only on that Patreon. Now, they won't be like the videos I normally post. I'm just going to let you know that right now. They're just going to be further insights into me as a person and maybe some things you normally wouldn't hear from me. So basically, just to let you know, the way I'm going to break it down, at least for right now, is I'm only going to have a $1 and a $5 perk tier thing. And basically the way it's going to work is that if you pledge $1, and that's $1 per month, it's not like every time I release a video, like there's some channels that do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to nickel and dime you guys. It's once a month. But what's going to happen is I'm going to put up a show that is going to be a monthly show. And it is, I would like to do it more often, but it's one of those things that for right now, it'll probably be monthly. I may make it weekly or bi-weekly as, time progresses. But it's going to be a show called Unpopular Opinions. And I actually got this idea from one of my Twitter followers. And I just want to say thank you. I'm not going to put her name on blast because I honestly don't know if she even wants me putting her, name out there in the ether of YouTube. But I'll just say that she gave me the suggestion of talking about unpopular opinions. And what I'm going to do is once a month, I'm going to post a video where the subject matter is basically going to be that I'm going to take a popular or in some cases unpopular piece of comic book or comic book movie or TV show or anime, video game, whatever, some form of media. And I'm going to give you an opinion about it that, well, it ain't popular. And I mean, it's just a small thing. It's just a small thing, and that's just one of the things. But, and also on the $1 tier, I'm also going to have behind the scenes videos so you can kind of see how the sausage is made. You'll see me, maybe kind of see my process, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it. Because sometimes, not all the time, but I've had people, come to me and say they want to know how I do what I do. And I gotta admit, I wish I had someone to do the same for me because, I mean, I didn't know. I actually just kind of figured it out. I mean, a lot of people have been accused on more than a few occasions of being a copycat of Rob and Benny from Comics Explained and Comic Story and respectively, but they don't really tell you how they do what they do, and I think it's actually pretty clever that I figured it out. Also, not a copycat, because I don't do what Benny does, and I mean, I do kind of do what Rob does, but I'm a completely different person, and I focus on different stuff than what he does. But yeah, those are going to be the things you get at the, $1 tier, and I also have a $5 tier, which is basically going to be where maybe a little bit more of the meatier content is going to be, where basically I'm going to do a thing that I like to call fast draw, and something people don't really know about me. When I was growing up, I had huge designs on being a comic book artist. I wanted to pencil comics, and I never did it. Never did it. I mean, I worked towards it, but never actually pulled the trigger on it. And yeah, maybe one day, one of my friends who, I think y'all have seen me wear the shirt Stone Ninja, one of my friends, Gabriel Duranzo, great guy, has a comic that, he is publishing himself, or he's publishing through, Bad Dog Comics here in Memphis, Tennessee. And it's a great comic, Stone Ninja, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Well, maybe not exactly what it sounds like, but I mean, you get the idea of what it sounds like. But I mean, it's a really good comic, really well written, very well drawn. And he's actually inspired me, whether he knows it or not, to actually bust out this pen and paper and get back to drawing again. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try to draw certain characters and things like that from comics and whatnot, and see how fast I can draw them. And I'll probably do it different ways. Like I'll probably do like a no detail, just straight line art. Or like I'll probably just do like just a straight up, low detail picture, see how fast I can do that, and maybe try and see how long it takes me to do a detailed one. Or heck, in some cases, see what I can get done in a certain set of time, and I'll probably time lapse it so I'm just sitting there just watching me. I mean, I'm not Bob Ross or anything. I'm not that great, but I think I'm better than most, is my opinion. So there you go. My art is the one area where I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'll own it. I mean, I've been doing it since I was able to hold a pencil, so there you go. Another thing in the $5 tier. And this one I'm kind of sketchy on. I was thinking kind of about like leaving this in the $1 tier, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. This one I'll kind of mess around with. I may leave this in the $1 tier. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to do Let's Plays of comic book related video games. So like stuff like Batman, The Enemy Within, the Telltale game, which, pour one out for, Telltale games, because yeah, it's not okay. I mean, their studio got shut down, and I mean, I know a lot of people think their games were kind of derivative of each other, but I thought their games were great. But yeah, whatever. But I'll also maybe do like Spider-Man, like what's something I actually originally intended to do. I'll probably do like other comic book games, and maybe even delve back into some older ones that I haven't touched in a while. So yeah, we may do that. Now here's the other one, and a lot of you have talked to me about this, and I have fought with this. I actually thought about going ahead and doing like a weekly, like I guess Videocast, kind of like the podcast I do, Powers Not Included, but it would probably just be me. And I would just talk to you guys about things that are going on in comic books and whatever comic book news is going on. Which I do little short videos like that every now and again. But I was thinking about just making it a weekly thing. And maybe even making it a stream. I don't know. I kind of want some opinions on that. There's a lot of stuff to work out in there. And I don't really know all the logistics right now. It's just, these are all ideas I have been given by some of you, Earth's Mightiest subscribers. And ideas I've gotten from my friends and family and peers. But I'm thinking about doing that, and, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. It's just, I'm really weird about live streaming, because I'm such a production guy. Like, I'm a production whore. Like, I love production. And when you stream, things can get out of hand, and I also know sometimes when I have done live streams in the past, sometimes they get, like, taken over. So, I'd have to kind of curb that. And I'm such a nice guy that I'm really weird about telling people, hey, man, calm down. Let's skip the show first. And then, No, I'm just not that guy. I'm just usually like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, but it's one of those things, like, I would have to, I would have to be a little more hardcore about that. But I don't know, maybe we will do a live. Like, I feel like just in this last, like, few seconds, I kind of talked myself into it. But, but we're going to start doing a show, and I think it's probably going to start in the next week or two. And it's going to be called the Blerd Cave. And it'll take place right here in the Blerd Cave, where I make everything happen. And, yeah, there's that. Basically, yeah, I might even have guests on every now and again. You never know. I might, we'll see what happens. But yeah, just stay tuned. There's lots of other stuff too that I kind of want to talk about, but I'm not going to talk about right now because I feel like this video's already gone on too long. But, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you all, because I feel like I haven't said that yet. This is the hardest part of the video for me, just because, like, anyway. I just want to say that, real quick. Merchandise is coming. Like, shirts. I'm gonna try and come up with hats. I'm gonna try and come up with, other little things here and there. I may even make some of that like a Patreon tier, like maybe like a one-time, hey, you get a shirt, or you get, I don't want to say too much because I hate over-promising and under-delivering, but, I got some designs, and I even have some other designs I'm working on. But I don't want to get too, like I said, don't want to get too deep into it. I just want to let you all know that I'm working on it. It has been duly noted. And, I wanted to have something ready by, Memphis Comics Expo, for those of you who follow me and are local. But, to me. I guess that would imply if I said local, but, whatever. Some of you don't know where I am. But, because I don't really talk about Memphis very much. At least, not often. Except for right now. But yeah, I do want to say yes, I want to have something ready by then, but I don't know. I really don't know. But I do also want to say a couple other things in closing, too, before I get into all the thank yous and everything. I do want you all to do me a favor, and I feel like I don't do this enough, if ever at all, so I want to make sure you guys understand where I come from. I want to say thank you to nerd901.com, which is a website that regularly posts my videos all the time, probably more than just about anything else. So they help get the word out there about me. And I want to tell you guys, hey, go check them out. I feel like I should say it more often, but I'm always like just in my own headspace. But yes, go check out their website, nerd901.com. I mean, yeah, they do talk about a lot of stuff that's very central to, you know, my area, but I think they have some really good content out there other than just my content. Go check out 2-Player Co-op. Those are my brothers from another mother, though they are brothers from the same mother. Go check them out. See what they got going on. They got a really cool series they've been putting up on their channel called Versus. I've actually been on that show before, and I've even been on some of their other shows, their podcasts, and we talk about wrestling and other stuff like that, and video games, whatnot. So go check out their channel, 2-Player Co-op. They're fantastic. I'll have links for all this stuff down in the description and show notes, whatnot. But who else? I'm blanking on names because it's all just kind of coming at me right now. But I just kind of wanted to pay some bills. Do a little Russell Simmons action. Thank you for coming out. God bless. Good night. But no, the one that I really need to do. Power's not included. I know I posted some videos of the podcast, lately, or not lately, but before. I kind of stopped doing it because it was killing my bandwidth and like, it would take forever to upload because they were always like almost 2 hours long. But, and I don't think anyone was really watching that hardcore anyway, but we do have the podcast up on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and pretty much every other podcatcher. I don't think we're on Spotify yet. I don't believe so, but maybe. Who knows? But go check out that podcast. I'm on it just about every week. Some weeks will probably kind of wax and wane because I have other stuff that's going on too now that's, job related. And of course, if you are in Memphis and you want to catch me on a more regular basis, I actually do trivia for Kevin Cerrito. So if you ever are in Memphis and you hear about Cerrito trivia, you should go check one of those out because you may find me as your trivia MC around here in the M-Town. So there's that too. Now that I've paid bills and put respect on people's names, I do want to say thank you to you, Earth's mightiest subscribers. You guys have been out here killing it. You've been doing the Lord's work. I keep saying it over and over and over again. You've been liking, you've been sharing, you've been subscribing. And all I can ask, I know I threw up the stuff about the Patreon earlier. That's up to you guys. If you want to chuck in $1 or more per month to help me out, that's great. If not, I'm not going to hate you for it. Just know that if you are watching these videos, if you're commenting on these videos, you're subscribed to the channel, and the only other thing I can ask you to do is share those videos. Don't share the Patreon ones though. That would not be cool. The ones that are on Patreon, if you do decide to do that, those are exclusive to patrons, so I don't want those videos being shared. But any video that I put up on YouTube, like proper, that's just public for everybody, dude, share them. Share them with everybody. Tell your friends about them. That's great. I'm not against that at all. But yeah, just like I said, just man, yeah, y'all like that's. I mean, honestly, that is plenty enough for me. If you don't want to do the Patreon thing, I totally get it because I mean, I am a patron of very few people. Even things that I legitimately love. But it's just, like I said, it's just a way for me to help keep the show going and keep the lights on, keep everything going. I mean, technically, I could always still do the show, but I would probably have to cut it back a little bit, more than, what it is right now. And I don't want to do that. But it'll also help me grow Blerd Without Fear into something much bigger, and I can start bringing more people in. I can, bring in video editors. I can bring in people to help me keep this ship afloat and handle social media, and things like that on that side, and kind of help me get things more organized and figure all this out, because this is all, I mean, yeah, I've been doing this for over a year now, but it's still all new to me. I'm just kind of figuring out as I go along. I don't really have any help. Blerd Without Fear is quite literally a one-man operation. I know I say we a lot, but that's just because I grew up reading Venom. But don't have a symbiote or anything. But yeah, just man, thank you. That's thank you. Y'all are just great. Y'all are great. Y'all have really helped me out, because like I said, I think I've said this before on previous videos, but y'all, this really was only a channel that was started to help me cope with stuff that was going on in my life. close personal friends that I have lost, men that have died young, men and women that have died young, and for various reasons, and just the feeling of mortality, realizing that you're getting to a point where, yes, things can happen. You know, losing family and just not being able really to cope with it in any, like, meaningful way, and just trying to keep everything bottled up. And I realized one day that when I talk about comics, that stuff isn't there. I'm not even thinking about it. It's the farthest from my mind. And working on these videos, I'm not even thinking about it. And honestly, this channel has helped me learn to cope with it in other ways. But it's something that I just don't want to stop doing, and I want to keep doing it, and I want to keep it going. And like I said, I'm doing it, and not just for me, but I know there's lots of y'all that, you know, really enjoy this channel, and y'all have been wanting to see it grow. I've had plenty of you tell me that, man, you deserve way more subscribers. Man, your content is so great. Yeah, and like I said, yeah, but the thing is happening that I don't like that happens, and I'm starting to get a little worked up. So I am just going to say again, one last time, and probably 10 more times after that, that I'm very appreciative from the bottom of my heart to the pit of my soul. Thank you, everyone who's been out, you know, showing support, whether you've just been watching the videos, and just being a lurker and not commenting. Whether you've been, you know, liking the videos, subscribed, shared, all that stuff. Even if you're not subscribed to the channel and you just watch the videos, I mean, and if you happen to see this, I thank you too, because, I mean, honestly, your view counts to me. So, who am I to judge whether you are subscribed or not? I mean, I would love it if you subscribe, but, I mean, yeah, hey, it is what it is. But once again, I can't say enough how much I appreciate this, and oh man, yeah. Let me get out of here. Let me get out of here, because I can feel it. It's coming. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and do the usual shenanigans. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you right now, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And if you want to become part of Earth's mightiest subscribers, which I want to say, I mean, we're 10,000 strong, but I want to say last I looked, we're probably around like 10,300 something. All you gotta do, tap that subscribe button, and you poke that little bell so you know when I post up. Usually Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, but still, yeah, it's nice to know when maybe I post the odd video that's not on those days. But anyways, thank you all so much, and once again, like I said, we'll talk. Let me know in the comments, what you guys think about what I'm talking about here, my plans for Patreon and the channel and all that stuff. I mean, give me your feedback, because I'm going to take a lot of this stuff into consideration. And if you have, and I'm not going to say I'm going to take every suggestion and make it into a Patreon exclusive, because that would just be impossible, because everyone has like different opinions. But if you do have ideas for it, go ahead and throw them in the comments. Let me know what you all think. I probably should have said that way earlier, but I'm saying it now. But yeah, thank you for being here, and yeah. I can't even say it without. Oh man. Okay, I'm getting hysterical. Anyway, thank you so much. Plus Ultra.